It's Week 15 of the NFL, and we'll be watching the Patriots' sure-handed tight end. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Pats and the Colts, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Well, the radar says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the New England Patriots. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Well, the kicker, Chad Ryland, has this one teed up, and we are underway. Off we go in Foxborough. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Colts. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about, okay, we've got to start fast.
I'm not hating. That was legit.
We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Now the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here come the Patriots now on offense. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Here's Brown on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, with something like 4 of the last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Looking to throw. Brown. And he comes back with one complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it?
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
Previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a 1st down. The Pats at the line, ready to go. A pretty good looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Colt defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just saw receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Well, you look at this Patriots defense, currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
And I know, just like me, you're fired up about this one because this is the irresistible.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. On third down, here's Richardson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, this team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. Second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Brown to throw on second down. His throw incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Brown. And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing again, it's Richardson on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Richardson back to throw it. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now out come the Patriots. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
Brown now looking to throw on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will have a Patriots first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
To the 36-yard line, stop there. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Brown. Looking middle, and that's complete. Get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have the first. He's brought down at the 3. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They'll try and run for it on first and goal.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Looking to throw on second down. Brown. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Patriots will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Ryland on for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it ends with a New England touchdown.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. That's caught. It's Josh Downs.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it.
Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. Taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium where the Patriots...
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Brown. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the handoff for Abanikanda. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that. Won't you?
On 2nd down, it's Abanikanda. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Here's a 2nd and 5. Abanikanda once again. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
The flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 8. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying under double teams at the first level. Make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Brown. From the left side, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Patriots add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Now Ryland for the PAT.
And the lead is up to 14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now this one over the middle and into the hands of his tight end, complete. First target, first catch, and a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner, because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now it's Richardson. Connecting over the middle with Downs.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 19.
And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Now Richardson, meanwhile, going to get this ball to Taylor.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Richardson.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Patriots are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Now Brown to throw on 2nd down.
He has Hyatt over the middle.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Brown to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
So Richardson and the Colts now
down by 2 touchdowns. Just over 1:40 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And the return will stop right around the 25. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
So the Patriots coming out now. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's get some rope.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
3rd and 9 here.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And that should do it. He's got a first down. Patriots can run it out from here.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
Hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
It's now 4th and goal.
Back to throw. Brown. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the Patriots' sure-handed tight end. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Patriots and the Jets, and it's coming up next.
It is clear, but it is cold here today as EA Sports takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. It's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded right at the goal line. And running with power here. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 122 yardage-wise, and a score as well.
And that score solidified his standing at the top of the touchdown chart. And right now, he's looking to finish this season strong with a few more.
Brown looking to throw on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Operating from the gun, Brown. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. They got 29 yards that time. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun, Brown. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Second and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And check down, complete to Hall. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start
this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. "36 yards on the punt with no return." And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
On the give, this is their fullback. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
There you go, partner. That's some old school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser fullback and let him get the job done.
Brown now, throwing on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the Patriots who got the win on the road, so they'll look to finish off the sweep here in Foxborough. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense for the Jets, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Now Brown on 3rd down.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Now Hall to start the drive.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game,
pretty good, as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
When you look at this Patriots defense,
it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively, because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there's good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT.
He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
When you look at this Patriots defense, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got Mason complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case,
and he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. York able to send this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Patriots ready to try again on offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he's going to have the Patriots 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed 1st down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now they try the right side here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
66 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And now here's a carry heading left. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2 minutes to play in this 1st half, 7-3 our score. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A 1-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Brown.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete.
Touchdown! From 19 yards away.
And the Patriots are able to extend their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Ryland on for the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The New York set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots.
Inside the 10,
and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far there.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Now Ryland for the PAT.
And it's 21-3. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The New York set to take the field.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
Well towards 100 here. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Brown on 1st and 10. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. 37 yards.
And the Patriots are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Chad Ryland to kick off for the Patriots.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. That will third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A gain of 3, second down.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 34. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First down, Jets.
They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Well, down this big, we know that they need touchdowns instead of field goals, but now it's add insult to injury because they can't even get the 3, Charles, on the excellent block there by the special teams.
And it certainly felt to me like the special teams consider themselves an extension of the defense, which has played well for them. They have a nice cushion. They didn't want to allow any points, any opportunity to cut into their lead. A big-time play by those guys on that side of the ball.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Pats take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points.
Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent, and they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And they'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Brown on first down. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
And past the 35, will be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. On the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Jake Ferguson.
32 yards.
And the Patriots continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
They'll look to throw now on first down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sag.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll set up a throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off.
So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Patriots ready to get the football back. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could hope for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
137 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Right back to him on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Ryland on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Back out is the kicker Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block it.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now Ryland for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Chad Ryland to kick off for the Patriots.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
and he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Kyler Gordon puts it off.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And my goodness, CD, I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Holding offense.
Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
Operating from the gun, Brown. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign.
And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So the record safely in his pocket. Now it's a question of how high can he go? He's just become the first ever, Charles, to score 30 times in a single season.
Well, let's certainly savor this moment. The first time ever, as you just noted, that someone has hit 30. What a ride this has been.
Ryland on for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Time for another drive here for this Jets offense.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
New England's offense set to go. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he the 33-yard line here. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 211 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing it. And I think that's what we're seeing.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Sometimes you get a first and goal, and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now Ryland for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And New York set to take the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Patriots take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed They did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for New England, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they will hit the road next week.